Tommy Armstrong Jr., the quarterback in the pistol. And Amir Abdullah. That left knee looks healthy. Give him 8 yards. It's 2nd down and 2. This time Armstrong keeps. Gets to the corner. And is chased out of bounds by a cornerback, Sojourn Shelton. Averages 63 yards per game on the ground and is thrown for more than 1,800. Second in the Big Ten in total offense per game, behind only J.T. Barrett of Ohio State, who was outstanding in their win a moment ago against Minnesota. Armstrong throws too high for Kenny Bell.
Well, for Tommy Armstrong to take the next step, this is a throw that he has to make.
2nd and 10. Wisconsin's been a terrific red zone defense. Abdullah fights for every inch, got inside the 15. Wisconsin's #1 in the country on defense in total yards. They give up just 251 per game. Armstrong down the middle and incomplete. Intended for Brendan Riley, who had his hands on it but couldn't hang on. 32-yard field goal try now for the true freshman Drew Brown. And his kick is good. He'd been scuffling a bit lately, just 1 for his previous 4. There are now 14 trophy games in the Big Ten. That seems like enough.
Yep, exactly. Cut it off.
Morrow Bondi's second kickoff already. Down to Henzel Doe, who got rocked right at the 20-yard line and bounced ahead to the 22. Joel Stabby takes the first snap of this series with the I formation behind him. Derek Watt, the fullback for Melvin Gordon. $18 touchdowns in the last 7 games for Melvin Gordon. Stabby, couple of fakes, lots of time to throw, and throws into traffic too high. Intended for Alex Erickson, who's their leading receiver. Big benefit when you can get a lot of pressure with just 4 men. Nebraska doesn't have to blitz very much, and Stabby, shuffling his feet, threw it over the head of Jordan Frederick. Josh Mitchell, a fine corner, had coverage. They've been using 2 different punters. This is Bart Houston, the rugby-style punter. Ooh, that is into traffic, and Nebraska tried to field it, and now the Badgers have it across midfield. They've had a lot of problems punting the football. They have the Badgers, and the Wisconsin defenders pointing to the left end of the offensive line.
Ball start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
John O'Neill is the referee. Tommy Armstrong kept the ball after the fake to Abdullah. He shows his running ability inside the 40 to the 38. Tackled by Darius Hillary. Averaging over 6 yards per carry for the year. That was a 10-yard gain. They bring pressure off the corner. Abdullah ran right where the pressure came from, down to the 24-yard line. He's 5'9", but very powerfully built, 205-pounder.
Illegal substitution. Defense, 12 players in formation. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
On 1st and 5, Abdullah close to the first down. Movement and misdirection plays than any team they faced this year. Abdullah picks up the first down. 5 carries for Abdullah for 31 yards. 5.5 minutes gone by. Nebraska's already taken advantage of a Wisconsin fumble to score 3 points. Now trying to take advantage of a short Wisconsin punt. Corner of the end zone. Kenny Bell, touchdown, Nebraska. Congratulating Kenny Bell, who just went past the great Johnny Rodgers to become first all-time in career receiving yards. He needed just 2 today and got 12 on that catch. He's already the leader in career receptions. Drew Brown adds the extra point, and this kick will not be returned. Tanner McElvoy is the quarterback on the first play of this series. Melvin Gordon straight ahead, taken down by Randy Gregory. McElvoy comes out, and Joel Stabby with He lost the job to McAvoy in the preseason, which was a big surprise to many given the success that they've had with Stabby at the helm. Melvin Gordon gets outside. Delivers a stiff arm to Corey Cooper, but couldn't stay in bounds. Got additional yardage after the stiff arm, and they'll mark him out at the Nebraska 28. A 42-yard run for Gordon. 17th run of the year of 40 yards or more. McAvoy. He lost the football, and it looks like Gordon got it back for Wisconsin. He did. Huge break for the Badgers. Bill Stabby back in. He swings it wide, and excellent play by Josh Mitchell to take down Alex Erickson immediately. Corey Clement, outstanding backup to Gordon, but he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. First hit by Zaire Anderson. They've been great on third down. This is third down. They're second in the country in third down defense. Only Clemson's been better. Stabby chased by Gregory, has to unload. It's caught for a very short gain by Troy Fumagalli. 26-yard try is good. Andrew Endicott kicks off. Gamorne Pearsonell, dangerous return man. And a good tackle by Penyel Jean. #1, but 9.5-point underdogs in Tuscaloosa today. Tommy Armstrong Jr. takes off running, taken down to the open field by Marcus Trotter. That's what Dave Aranda, the defensive coordinator, was talking about. Be disciplined when they give you a misdirection play. Just perform your assignments, and that's what Joe Schobert did to take down Armstrong. On 3rd and 4, Armstrong fires. Incomplete, intended for Kenny Bell. Sam Foltz to punt for Nebraska. And a dandy. High and long, and a fair catch made by Kenzel Doe.
He wanted to improve as a football player, specifically when he didn't have the ball in his hands, especially as a blocker. And we've already seen early on today, he is much improved from a year ago.
Blocker in pass protection and as a receiver. He got dumped just across the line of scrimmage by Trevor Roach.
He had 9 guys up there within 8 yards.
Tanner McAvoy. Dumped by David Santos short of the first down. McAvoy's a big fella, 6'6", and one of the best in the country. Two very bright young defensive coordinators in this game. Gordon gets dropped for a loss. Corey Cooper up from the safety spot. The ball's out, and Zaire Anderson has it for Nebraska. We're used to 8 men in the box against us. We can handle that, but when there are 9 men up there, we need to do something. And they're seeing every white shirt on that Nebraska defense up near the line. Armstrong carries for a couple. They have it going their way in the turnover margin today. Abdullah stays on his feet. Wow, it looked like he was going to get chopped down. He got 5, 6, 7 more yards. 3rd and less than a yard. Abdullah, first down to the 18. Michael Caputo, the safety from Imperial, Pennsylvania, the Pittsburgh area. Armstrong. And there's another example, Chris, of what Dave Aranda was talking about. The misdirection from Nebraska. They faked the jet sweep to Kenny Bell. Armstrong went the other direction. He's 38 years old. One of the rising stars in coaching. Abdullah swarmed under by Aranda's defense. Marcus Trotter. 3rd down and 3 from the 10. Final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Nebraska leading 10-3. Trying to take advantage of another Wisconsin mistake. Armstrong the option. And a good decision to keep it and get the first down Tackled by Derek Landish and Mike Caputo. That's the end of the first quarter. First and goal, Nebraska trying to build on the 7-point lead. Amir Abdullah to the 5, a gain of 2. Jake Kiefer, backup defensive end, the primary tackler for Wisconsin. Second and goal. Armstrong looked to the sidelines for help, as he'll do regularly. Play clock at 2. Wisconsin blitz. Landish didn't get there, and Armstrong walks in for a touchdown. Drew Brown for the extra point. The younger brother, Chris Brown, former Nebraska and NFL kicker, now retired. We're told living in Omaha. The extra point is good. Mauro Bondi taking off in this direction for the first time. They fake a reverse, and Kenzel Doe got upended. Joel Stabby, the quarterback. Melvin Gordon stacked up after a 2-yard gain. Again, Zaire Anderson with Malik Collins.
And Nebraska is converted both offensively and defensively.
Tanner McAvoy back in at quarterback. He gave it to Gordon, who's having a hard time finding running room against this Bo Pelini and John Papuchis defense. Here comes a rare Nebraska blitz. Stabby belted by Zaire Anderson, and the catch is made by Jordan Frederick. Joel Stabby apparently all right after he got belted while throwing for a first down. He hands it off to Melvin Gordon, who turns the corner. Second time he's gotten loose. He went right over Corey Cooper and all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Less than 3 minutes into the second quarter.
That ruling is under further review.
Yeah, that's a touchdown. It's not even close.
See, I don't understand that, Sean. You got a chance to make a play. You got to wrap your arms, especially on a strong runner like Melvin Gordon.
After further review, the ruling on the field of touchdown is confirmed.
Daniel Davey getting an earful from Bo Pelini.
And I'm going to tell you why in a minute.
Gaglianone adds the extra point. Andrew Endicott's kickoff down to Kenny Bell. And he spins out across the 25-yard line. First and 10, Nebraska. Tommy Armstrong Jr. again looking to the sideline for help. He keeps it. And it's wrestled down by Derek Landish after a pickup of 3. Armstrong throws on the run. The sinker low and away, intended for DeMornay Pearsonell. Armstrong just 1 for 5 passing. Odd formation there. Tommy throws a wobbler incomplete. Intended for Kenny Bell. Kenzel Doe. Back for the punt from Sam Foltz. High snap from Josh Falkenberry. Good punt, fair catch made, 28-yard line.
Had a chance to play against him in the NFL. It's like hitting a Volkswagen.
Joel Stabby the pitch to Melvin Gordon, working some of his magic. Got 8. Gordon first down to the 40. David Santos made the tackle. Same 5 has started every game on the offensive line for Wisconsin. Quick pop to Kenzel Doe, who got ripped down by Corey Cooper along the far sideline. Gordon finds a crease and gets yanked down by Daniel Davey. The ball's out again. No indication that he was down by contact. And a battle for the ball, and Nebraska has it.
The ruling on the field of fumble recovered by Nebraska is confirmed.
Confirmed. That means Tom Fiedler saw enough to believe the ball was coming out. And they took advantage of the very short punt as well. Huge haul for Amir Abdullah. And he gets 8. 2 weeks ago in their last game against Purdue after Abdullah went out with a knee injury. It's a bigger back. Carried for 66 yards against the Boilermakers on 20 carries. Got 3 there for the first down. Cross again. You can see in those 2 carries nowhere near as dynamic a runner as is Abdullah. He was chopped out by Marcus Trotter after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Nebraska at the Wisconsin 45. Badgers crowd the line of scrimmage. Newby lost the ball. And Wisconsin has it. These 2 teams did practice outdoors in the cold during the week. Melvin Gordon bounced off the pile, then went away from Josh Mitchell, and here he goes. Nate Gary able to get him down to the open field at the 17-yard line. That runs the 42, 62, now 39. Corey Clement. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Hey guys,
and the extra point good by Rafael Gaglianone. We've seen Abdullah, Gordon, and Clement all feeling the effects of the contact they have endured while carrying the ball. Kenny Bell knocked down at the 22-yard line. Still a surprise, but a long way to go, obviously. Mir Abdullah is back in their flags before the snap of the ball.
Number 68, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
1st and 15. Abdullah lowers his shoulder and runs out to the 25. Play clock winding down as Armstrong is under duress. Got it off. Throws to single coverage. Incomplete. Looking for Brendan Riley. Rolling left. His pass is batted down. Incomplete. And Wisconsin once down 17-3. Get the ball back. Chance to take the lead. Fultz barely got the punt off. And Sam's kick sailed over the head of Kenzel Doe.
Board right now at the running back position. We're seeing 2 pretty good ones here today.
Melvin Gordon really helping his Heisman candidacy as he goes off to the races again. Four rushes of 39 yards or longer for Gordon. And he powers ahead for about 9. Gary able to wrestle him down that time.
Chance. If you take a shot, you have a 50% chance of getting them.
Joel Stabby again getting most of the snaps at quarterback this week. Nice ball caught inside the 10 by Kenzel Doe after a Badger timeout. 1st and goal from the 9. Derek Watts, the fullback, but there's a whistle before
the snap. Charge timeout, Nebraska. They're first.
Gordon again. Good tackle, because if that tackle was not made by Corey Cooper, it looked like the end zone for Melvin Gordon. Stabby throws to the goal line. It's caught. Was it a touchdown? Yes! Sam Arneson was in. It took the officials a while to throw their hands in the air, but they did. Arneson the touchdown, and Wisconsin has its first lead. 4th touchdown. Rafael Gaglianone makes it a 7-point lead. Touchdowns on 3 of the last 4 possessions for Wisconsin. Bell will bring it back from the 3. He gets taken down at the 26. Nebraska really hasn't done much on offense. Well, 17 points off turnovers or the short punt of 18 yards by Bart Houston, and now confusion. Can't even get a playoff. Out of the timeout. On 1st and 10, Armstrong. Just across the 30. Another week of big movement in the college football playoff rankings when they come out again Tuesday night. Abdullah stopped after a pickup of 2 by Marcus Trotter. On 3rd and 3, they bring a blitz right up the middle, and Armstrong's thrown down. All 17 of those points on a short field because of the turnovers and the problem on the punt. Fultz takes off and has the first down.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 72 on the offense. The line to gain had been achieved. It was a dead ball foul. Nebraska will maintain possession of the ball, 1st and 10.
Didn't see anything dirty, just engaged with his man and kept going. The ball's back on the 24. Armstrong, a deep ball, too deep for the Mornay Pearson-L.
Holding, defense number 8. 10 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
That will learn, and that will be addressed vigorously in the meeting rooms.
A blitz, and again Abdullah does not pick up the blitz, and as a result Armstrong got splattered by Penyel Jean.
That running back.
Another blitz, this one picked up. Armstrong throws a deep ball, and will the flag come out? It will. On Sojourn Shelton again running, this time with Kenny Bell.
Get in your back pedal.
Pass interference, defense number 8. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Venerable Camp Randall Stadium, 4th oldest in the country, back to 1917. Weak throw, incomplete. Mock cheer goes up from the crowd as there is no flag on Shelton, who had the coverage on Bell. Huskers are their own 42. They bring another blitz, and Armstrong's in trouble. And swung down back at the 32-yard line. Joe Schobert first there. 3rd sack on this possession for the Wisconsin defense. They blitz again. It got picked up. Another bomb thrown by Armstrong, nowhere near Kenny Bell. The Wisconsin defense was as good as its stats. Number 1 in the country in total defense coming in, given the weak schedule that they played. They're living up to it today.
False start. Kicking team number 10. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Fultz. Nobody back there for Wisconsin. It takes a good bounce for the Badgers, and they'll down it will the Huskers at the 39-yard line. It's kind of an intermediate run for Melvin, who's going to come up 20 yards short of the record by Michael Bennett for rush yards in the first half for Wisconsin. Nebraska receives the second half kickoff, but Andrew Endicott's kick sails over the head of Kenny Bell.
Or else things aren't going to get better in this area of the game.
Flag down before the snap for a false start.
False start. Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
A lot of that was very early. And Abdullah chopped down by Joe Schobert. Just the 12 so far today, and here comes Wisconsin again showing blitz.
They change. That's the audible to the audible.
And they blitz from the other side with Caputo. And Armstrong run down. Armstrong sets up a screen. Good call, well executed. Amir Abdullah, first down and much more. Great call by Tim Beck. Pistol off in the stretch play out of this formation. Instead, it's a fake to the wrong side. Abdullah was on the other hip. Armstrong, deep ball. It's like a punt, and it's picked off by Penyel Jean. Who gets tracked down by Mornay Pearson-L. Melvin Gordon, first carry of the second half, gets 9. Flag thrown. Gordon has a first down. The umpire threw that flag in the area where most often you get a holding call. Trevor Roach made the tackle for Nebraska.
Holding. Offense number 54. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat second down.
Second down and 11. Derek Watt, the fullback, good lead blocker, leading the way for Gordon. Who advanced to the 20 before he got driven back, led by Trevor Roach.
You know, the only question mark I had would be the top end speed. Great acceleration, but I don't know how good he is after 40.
Stavi surrounded and dumped back at the 15-yard line. Malik Collins.
You're the winner, especially if you have the power of Malik Collins.
Wisconsin's had punt problems all year. Drew Meyer, not a good kick. Short, returnable. DeMornay Pearson-Els brought 2 back for touchdowns this year. Reverses his field and has some blockers to the far side. And goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Bo Pelini thought there was a late hit out of bounds. 37-yard punt, 14-yard return. A net of 23. Been a problem all year long for Wisconsin. Abdullah in trouble in the backfield, and the ball's knocked out by Vince Beagle. Wisconsin has it at the 42. Peniel Jean recovered, so he's had an interception and a fumble recovery. Stavi on the move into Nebraska territory, a first down. They actually had to shut him down for a little while so he could get it back together. Tanner McAvoy in there to run. He gets nearly 7. Corey Cooper and Randy Gregory on the tackle.
Well, the dual threat quarterback is who Wisconsin will be recruiting from now on.
Offense number 25. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And Stavi's proven he can do that.
And that's why they decided to go with it. But in the future, as Gordon gets the jet sweep.
And here he comes down the sideline, trying to prove to Chris Bibb that he can break away. And he's run down by Nate Gary at the 1-yard line. 43-yard run. Will he score the touchdown? You bet he will. Rafael Gaglianone adds the extra point. 28 straight points for Wisconsin. And Kenny Bell will not try to return it.
I was shocked they were over Baylor head-to-head. I can't get over that. That's the main qualifier for me.
Gordon ran the jet effectively, and now Abdullah loses the ball again as they brought him across the formation. Second consecutive fumble for Amir Abdullah.
The runner's knee was down before the ball came out. As a result, it'll be 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
It's a huge call. It seemed to be the right call, but if that didn't go their way, it might have been ball game over. 2nd down and 1. They put the ball back at the 34-yard line. Abdullah in trouble again and dumped for a loss. Here comes the blitz. Armstrong dropped. Back at the 29-yard line by Joe Schobert.
They have them in space. They don't miss.
Sam Foltz punts. Good kick. Kenzel Doe retreats. Makes the fair catch. Melvin Gordon. Here he goes again. Melvin Gordon. Run down inside the 10-yard line. Again, Nate Gary charged with trying to prevent the touchdown. 68-yard run, and that's the single game Wisconsin record. 363 yards rushing for Gordon, and add to it. And add a touchdown. Gaglianone kicks the extra point.
Off-field distractions they had this week.
More of them. Kenny Bell brings back the Andrew Endicott kickoff to the 24.
They do a great job of swinging their hips into the hole too, Todd, and creating and walling off, not only with power but with position.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Another procedure penalty before they could even snap the ball. Second time Alex Lewis has been penalized. Well, Melvin Gordon has had 6 carries of 39 yards or more. Plenty of help from that offensive line. Now he has a chance to set the all-time record. He's already set the school record by 30 yards. He set the mark for most rushing yards in a game in FBS football this season. Armstrong gets the penalty yardage. And that mark didn't last long. Congratulations to Leon Allen of Western Kentucky, who ran for 345 against Army today. So he had this season's high mark for a little while, a couple hours maybe.
You run through 3:45, and that's not the best of the day, at least.
Not even the best of the day. Good pass. Brendan Riley hangs on. Nebraska has to discover its offense, which has been stagnant throughout. If you just joined us, they scored 17 points in the first half off 2 fumbles by Wisconsin and a very short Wisconsin punt. Their longest scoring drive was 43 yards. Joe Schobert, like his fellow outside linebacker Vince Beagle, having a big day. Dropped that play for no gain.
Tommy Armstrong, the cut back inside where Schobert gets him from behind on the pursuit.
Armstrong on the move. Not a very good throw. Forced Riley to try to dive for it, and he couldn't hang on. Not showing blitz this time. They do bring a blitz. And that's a deep throw for Jordan Westerkamp, who can't catch it. He hasn't had a catch today. Holtz, not a very good punt. Kenzel Doe. And he got hit after making a fair catch. Like Falkenberry thought that the ball might be coming out, so he went down to the ground and hit Doe, who didn't lose the ball and had signaled for a fair catch.
You see Bo Pelini again addressing every mistake, something that he doesn't want to be doing constantly throughout the game.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the kick. First down.
Joel Stavy under center. Melvin Gordon. You heard the crowd groaning. One more tackle to break, and he might have been off to the races again.
Well, again, Sean, he's not getting touched. I mean, he's running into people, but those are his own guys.
I mean, think at the very beginning of this game, Chris, it was Randy Gregory and Malik Collins that were really giving this offensive line a problem. Not anymore. Nebraska defense barely getting a hand on Gordon, whether he's running inside or out. Came on the jet sweep motion. They give it to Kenzel Doe going the other way. And they whiff again.
How many times have we seen Wisconsin ball carriers run through the body blows? Can't stand it.
Tanner McAvoy back in there after the fakes. Turns the corner for about 9. But what can those coaches do right now other than take the guys who are whiffing out of the game?
Take them out of the game. I mean, take them out of the game and say this is not acceptable anymore.
Melvin Gordon again. Still more than a quarter to be played. Gordon. Yeah. Flag down. And again, the kind of effort and tackling that makes a football fan want to look away. And it's just not characteristic of Cornhusker defense.
Offense number 54. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
They catch a break on the holding call against Kyle Costigan.
His second of the game on a running play.
McAvoy back in at quarterback. He keeps again. Took his own man to tackle him.
No, I haven't seen this type of performance since I went to the 2012 Big Ten championship game, and it's a repeat offense.
Crowd chanting Melvin, Melvin. He's lined up wide. Here he comes on the jet sweep action. McAvoy keeps it. Touchdown. Yard touchdown run by McAvoy. Rafael Gaglianone the extra point. Andrew Endicott. Returnable kick. Mornay Pearson El Khalidi with Kenny Bell. And he's chased out of bounds at the 23.
And his team
Armstrong's pass deflected and snatched out of the air by Jordan Westerkamp. And the snow starting to come down with a bit more vigor. And the exchange missed between Armstrong and Abdullah. Hard to believe Nebraska had just about everything going its way early in this game. They have been thoroughly dominated since. Joel Stabby zips one. Incomplete. 144 yards in the quarter. This is 238 at the half. Gordon again! Inside the 5, touchdown! What a performance by Melvin Gordon! And he vaults up the Heisman Trophy ladder. He has run for 624 yards. No chance to return the kickoff from Andrew Endicott, and yet in some ways it seems to me, and I'm sure to Nebraska fans out there, it's more of the same. You know, they've been winning those 9-10 games every year under Bo Pelini. But in the big games, they really need to take that step forward to win a championship. They haven't been able to respond as Abdullah carries and was tackled by Vince Beagle.
Well, eventually they're going to have a statement game, and they have to make a statement that's not a bad statement. That's a good statement. And until they can become balanced and be able to throw the football, I'm afraid when you play good, talented teams, you're going to get more of the same until you develop balance on offense, which they have none.
Abdullah again. Derek Landish wrapped him up.
Not saying it can't get there, but it's certainly not there today.
Delivers short to Bell, and you didn't get the first down. It doesn't do it much good. The ball's out, and it went across the sideline before Wisconsin recovered. And that's not in any way, Chris, to diminish winning 9 games a year or more. The only other head coach in the country other than Bo Pelini who's done that each of the last 6 seasons is Nick Saban. It's not easily done. And Gordon with 408, and he's not out there to start the 4th quarter. We'll see if he re-enters the game at all. I'm not the only one, Robert, who questions that. We spoke with Bo Pelini about the rankings and how his team dropped.
Miami has a lot of confidence. Anytime you play those interstate battles, Sean, there's a lot of confidence because those kids play against each other in high school. They know each other. So they're not intimidated by the Florida State Seminoles if you're Miami.
Clement carries for no gain. History made today by Melvin Gordon. 408 rushing yards in this game. The single game NCAA record at the highest level of college football.
Anxiously awaiting return of Todd Gurley.
Oh, errant pitch by Armstrong, and Terrell Newby had to get on it back at the 50.
It was errant from the beginning. Nobody knew where they were going. Just again, lack of execution, physical breakdowns, mental breakdowns, every kind of breakdown they've had. It's one of those days for Coach Pelini.
Not that this would be a signature win or the win that gets the program to what we're talking about, but it's the kind of win that helps you get there. Armstrong hit as he throws. The ball is loose, and for now at least it is ruled a fumble. Austin Hudson put the hit on. 3rd string safety getting some playing time, and they say it's Wisconsin ball. Looked like Michael Caputo came up with it.
A running back being stood up, going in for the strip, flying to the football, and what they lack in elite athleticism in some places, they more than make up with in terms of technique and just outright hustle and effort.
And coaching. I mean, players do what they're coached to do, and they execute their fundamentals under pressure. They do not get rattled.
5th turnover for Nebraska. You wonder if they're going to challenge the call on the field that it was a fumble. Bo gesturing, he thinks it was a forward pass.
Nebraska would like to challenge the ruling of the previous play. Think it was an incomplete pass. Timeout. The ruling on the field is confirmed. As a result, Nebraska has lost their challenge and is charged a timeout.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day in Wisconsin.
Yes, it really is.
And even more beautiful when it's 74 degrees in the booth.
Well, we had a little power failure for a bit, and the heaters went off.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll work on that.
Dare Ogunbowale, the number 3 running back. There goes Stormy.
Hey, he's dressed like Ralphie from A Christmas Story, all bundled up. I'm surprised he can even move.
There you go, pal.
We love you.
Yeah, you'll be happy to know the heaters are back on here in the booth. It's quite toasty. Stabby, the quarterback. Ogunbowale, who was defensive back earlier in the year and moved over to running back when they had some injuries. Thinned out the running back core. You don't need much depth behind Melvin Gordon and Corey Clement.
Progress and kind of transition into a little bit of a spread offense, and of course they'll run this, which is the power OE.
Ogunbowale. That came in averaging 14 points per game, which was second in the nation behind Western Michigan's Jarvion Franklin.
Drop him down. Interesting, Scott Frost, the offensive coordinator at Oregon, called Marcus Mariota the best football player that he's ever seen. Best quarterback.
That's from a guy who won a national championship as a quarterback at Nebraska, played against a lot of great college players, then played a long time in the NFL as well. Having spoken with Scott Frost so many times over the years about Mariota, he absolutely loves the young man, his character, and every aspect of him as a teammate. And these coaches here at Wisconsin say the same thing about Melvin Gordon. When we talked to Gary Anderson yesterday, so it's not just the football part, but this is a young man who does it right off the field as well. Very unselfish teammate. And as it turns out, he also came back to make history. Ogunbowale carries inside the 10-yard line.
It wouldn't surprise me if both Gurley and Gordon wound up going in the first round.
Yeah, but not below 25. There's no way you take a running back below 25.
Ogunbowale got clotheslined and still scored.
Celebrate his teammates. I love that.
Kicks off, still 5.5 to go. 56 unanswered points for Wisconsin. Alonzo Moore trying to bring back the kickoff. He got just across the 20.
Moore on the return.
Tuesday at 9/8 Central on ABC. Riker Fife has come in at quarterback, sophomore from Grand Island, Nebraska. Terrell Newby, the ball carrier. Not a lot of life in the step of the Cornhuskers. I've seen limited action this year. Their own 9 passes, completed 4 of them. Not only has Melvin Gordon today set the single game college football record for rushing yards with 408. But the Badgers as a team 568 yards rushing. Ogunbowale on the last drive carried 7 times, all 7 plays on the drive for 51 yards. So the 568 as a team today for Wisconsin is the second highest total in school history, and the only bigger game was actually earlier this year, back on September 20th here at Camp Randall against Bowling Green, when the Badgers ran for a school and Big Ten record 644 yards. They averaged 10.7 per carry as a team. The top 2 team rushing performances in a game by Wisconsin have both come this year. Newby, the ball carrier, she'll come up short of the first down to be 4th down and 2. Well, ESPN Sports Center is projecting that Wisconsin will win this game, and therefore, at some risk, we update the standings.
Nebraska needs to get ready for next week because young Mr. Cobb in the Minnesota Golden Gopher power running game is coming to them, and they'll be tested. So whatever issues they've had on the ground, they need to get that fixed during this week in practice.
Apparently, we didn't fully get the word because Wisconsin is 5-1 with the victory. Here comes the Fultz punt, and it stops in the snow inside the 1-yard line. And Josh Falkenberry, the snapper, hustling down there to down it. It looked like it had already come to a halt. 70-yard punt. So there are the updated standings, fully updated now. Both teams will be 8-2. And Nebraska's hopes of being in the college football playoff, which were slim started today, are totally extinguished now.
Because they're going to get the same type of challenge because Minnesota can run the football. Their physical offensive line and whatever problems are fixed if the ball's fumbled. Picked up by Gary.
Do it, Chris. Finish the play-by-play. Come on, that was excellent. Go ahead.
I guess that's about the easiest job I ever had, to be honest with you.
Now you know.
Yes.
The truth. Get to the championship game against the one-loss Nebraska team to give them a win that is more of a resume booster than it would be beating somebody that has 2 or perhaps even 3 losses. Terrell Newby, the touchdown for Nebraska. They take advantage of the turnover and end that 56-0 Wisconsin run on a 2-yard score.
Just living in Columbus, Sean, I mean, that was the big talk because everybody's trying to project ahead. Obviously, Ohio State has the inside track of winning the East. And they were talking about Virginia Tech knocking off number 21 Duke today, which would help Ohio State. And of course, they were hoping for a 1-loss Nebraska team in the Big Ten championship game to build their resume for the committee in the selection process.
Minnesota loses today 4-2, Nebraska 4-2, Iowa 4-2. Nebraska has Minnesota at home and then at Iowa. Kickoff is downed. We saw the Danian Tomlinson's tweet. Now Monty Ball.
Why would you not come here to play? And they win. They win ball games.
All right, Houston is in at quarterback now. Wally wrestled down. Well, with the expanded Big Ten this year, the additions of Maryland and Rutgers, they did a nice job with the scheduling because they've saved the within the division games for the very end. Wisconsin all alone now in first place in the West, but Iowa with 2 losses in conference, Minnesota with 2 losses, and Nebraska also has games remaining against those 2 teams.
You always wonder which Iowa team is going to show up. Sometimes Iowa's very good. Sometimes they're very average.
They're 7-3 after their win today. But they do throw in the surprise every now and then, and not a pleasant one.
It's the best time to deliver, Santa.
Minute and a half to go. Wale gets the first down. It's hard to see the yard lines now. He's at the 36-yard line. Starting today. And the fans serenading Nebraska.
In Nebraska, you go back, you address the issues.
We talk about the lack of the big win, Chris. Bo Pelini and Nebraska now in head-to-head games between 2 ranked teams. Nebraska ranked in the AP and their opponent ranked. They've lost 7 in a row.
That's a frustration point, and until they get consistent play from the quarterback position, that trend could continue because you have to be balanced on offense in today's day and age of college football. Unless you're Wisconsin, which only threw for 46 yards today.